Hello, my name is Martez Loren, and we're not doing update videos anymore. Um, so today I'm gonna talk about Thanksgiving while trans. So this Thanksgiving I went home to see my family, and if you don't know, I am from Wilmington, Delaware, which is like a really small city in a really small state. It's all very small people, small town, that whole thing. Um, it's really weird to go home to a place where there aren't many people who are like you, and who you are is just not the norm. Small places don't tend to have a lot of diversity. Oh, cut my hair. I actually like it. It looks kind of crazy because at the end of the day I have hat hair and that whole thing. Um, I have noticed that it's gotten thicker again, which is great. And I'm pretty much down to all the stuff that actually is still healthy, so that's good. But yeah, Thanksgiving while trans was interesting. A lot of misgendering, a lot of weird, awkward conversations that I don't have to have when I'm here, which is in DC, because it's not that unusual here, and people who are here have only ever known me as an adult, so they don't have those like childhood memories of me. I mean, for most people, it was like people truly trying to, use the right pronouns and like just have the awkwardness of slipping up, which was fine, which I'm actually really proud of people who tried. I think for me, it's more disheartening that I have relatives who told me straight up, like, I'm not going to call you by the pronouns you want to. You are always going to be this person to me, and like, how do you deal with that? How do you just let that be a thing? I don't know, honestly. Like, part of me is like, I get it, but part of me is like, that's still pretty fucked up. Like, you're not even gonna try. And it's not like, oh, everyone's like that. It's just a couple people who are just like, nope, not trying it, not gonna do it. Just, you are who you were born as, and I'm just not gonna even attempt to call you how you want to be called. That just seems like a really shitty thing to do, honestly. And it's just, it aids in the whole I don't go home very often unless it's like a holiday, a birthday, a wedding, a christening, a baby shower. I mean, I used to feel bad about that, but like, you kind of have to preserve your sanity and like do things in small doses. Handed in, I finally mailed off my stuff for the name change. Well, I already did my paperwork for it. I like sent out my notices to my creditors and my debtors today. So I know I told you guys I have been off hormones for like, it's like 2.5, almost 3 months now. And today, that thing that like happens to women when they monthly, the whole releasing of the cleansing of the, So like, that happened today. And I think it was just a really, like, guys, it's been 2 years since I've had a monthly cycle. And I will admit that today was hard because, of course, I couldn't tell my coworkers what was going on because that's like a conversation I don't have to have at work. But I was bloated and I was uncomfortable and I was bleeding. And of course, I don't really have provisions for that anymore because I think I have stuff here at the house, but like, the day was just dragging on in a way that I just didn't want to have to deal with. And it was really an issue with dysphoria today because like, how do you feel like a man with a bleeding? Yeah, it's just a lot. So I know this is probably the grossest, most like self-deprecating video I've ever made, but like, I just figured I could talk to you guys about it because I tell you guys everything, and I figured since I've been off hormones and now people probably wondering like, well, how does that work? What happens? Well, you look at my face, you'll notice that I'm having less facial hair than I did before. Like, I've noticed that like, it's not as thick here as it was before. I mean, I did get a haircut, but like, still, it was thicker in these areas where, I mean, she cut here, which just looks great, but like in areas where she didn't cut, it's still thinning out. And my face, even my girlfriend noticed this too, my face has gotten rounded again. And it got softer looking. I'm not sure how else to say that, but like my face looks softer now than it did like a couple months ago. So like I noticed like small differences in that whole thing. My body like dimensions have started changing back. So like my chest is getting bigger again, which is not on the plans. So I'm gonna go back on hormones. I was never planning to stay off very long, but this was a good experiment. It did show me like what my body's limitations were. So like now I know that if I do decide to like use my egg to make a baby at some point, I know that I would have to be off for at least 3 months. I also know that going forward that my body will change back and revert back to what it looked like before pretty quickly. So I guess I'm at like a 3 or 4 months. It pretty much reverses enough that I'm uncomfortable. Like my voice cracks or like just reverts back to having a very feminine voice. It's late at night right now, so like it's kind of deeper, but like throughout the day it's a lot harder to maintain this voice. And I think that it's just one of those things. I couldn't see myself detransitioning. I think I like my face. I like my body. I like my voice. I like me as I am when I'm at a higher T dosage. I'm not really very comfortable with my body, my face, my voice, anything when it's more feminine and girly. I'm not happy. And I'm to the point where I really just need to get top surgery and find a method of receiving testosterone that works best for me. For now, I'm probably gonna stick with topical, but I do think I'm going to, in the new year, because it's still December, December just started, look into doing maybe injections, because I think I need something with a bit more of a higher dosage, but like not a daily application. I think that that's a bit too tedious for me. If I did like a once a week kind of thing, that would probably be more up my alley. This is probably the longest video I've made in a while, but hopefully this was helpful to people who are watching, as for information's sake, because you're transitioning yourself, or because you have a loved one who's transitioning and you want to be of the best possible mental support. Don't be the person that just refuses to change for your loved person. Like, if you have a person who is your nephew and they're transitioning to be a female, call her your niece. If you have a niece who is transitioning to be a male, please call him your nephew. Don't be the person that just refuses to change. I'm just not going to call you by what you've been called by, your daughter, your son, whatever the case may be. Just do your best to be supportive. Even though you feel like it's not what you want or it's not what you agree to, they're a grown person living their life. Just like if you got married and changed your last name and you want them to call you by the new last name, or if you decided to, I don't know, any number of things, you'd want a respect on. Don't be the person that just refuses to acknowledge people for who they are just because it makes you uncomfortable. It's really not your business or your place to step in people's lives. Let people be who they are. And either you're going to love them for who they are or you're not. And if you're not, just gracefully bow out. Because continuing to stay in the space with somebody where you're not going to be supportive is not helpful. You're actually causing more harm than help. If you love somebody, love them who they are. Even if the person they say they are is not who you expect them to be. So I guess that's my video. It's a lot more serious than my usual videos, I guess, but I felt like I needed to make it because I had a lot on my mind and I needed to get it out. So as always, for those of you who watch every week, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, guys, love you and stay tuned.